Namaste. Very good morning to you all, friends. This morning, a few observations which I have done in my lemon plant. As a small application I had done 6 months back to my plant. This is 3.5 or maybe 4 year old uh, lemon plant, jumbo lemon, what we call it as. In Kannada, we call Kanchi Kai Limbe. What has happened is there is a concept called acupuncture in human beings. Wherever there is energy blockage, in order to release that energy block, what we use is there is something called acupuncture. We pierce the needles, particular needles. This is Chinese methodology, which was applicable only to human beings sometime, but now there is a method where we have understood that it can be applied to the plant also, any living being for that matter. What has happened in 6 months is I'll show you the sign of change in the plant. This is quite interesting for you to understand. Uh, First thing is the soil, the enriched soil has resulted, whereas the size of this leaf, for that matter, if you observe carefully, these palm leaves, which is somewhere around 3 inch here. When I started applying nutrition to the plant, you can see the size of the leaf, which is uh, sequentially increasing. Or if you see here, as in when the climber has reached the top, it has come up to somewhere around 6 inch. You can see the difference here. It's quite interesting. 6 inch of beetle leaves, beetle nut leaves, what we call it as. So this is one change in the soil due to humus and carbon in the soil, which is available in the soil. And with reference to the change in the lemon plant, which we can observe, is this particular plant tree is almost 4 year old. It had no sign of fruiting. What did I do is I performed something called HortiPuncture to this plant. There is a method applied to it. So behind this small label, you can see the small pierce here. Let me zoom for you. I think I'm very close to the, yeah, yes, this particular portion here. What has happened is I have punctured there, and now it is filled properly. After performing this method at this place, somewhere around 5 feet of my height, and then at the root I have also performed the puncture. So now we are coining this term as hortipuncture. This is, since it is horticulture crop. So what we can do is we can increase the yield of the plant. What in the meantime, what I also have done is I have tied the jaggery fluid. There was a waste jaggery. I have put it in this plastic cover, and a single drop every day will enrich the soil. The energy level, the glucose level will increase in the keep on increasing in the soil, which has resulted in, if you see the number of fruits which have come up, you can see the fruit here. uh, 6 months back there was no sign of fruit, and 3 months down the line, from today, the flower, it started blossoming. Now in a space of 1 or 2 inches, you can see multiple fruits which have come up. You can see there are two. So the density of fruits have increased. So this is natural wonder, and slowly the plant is coming up with multiple fruits. This is lemon. Now what we can do is we can graft and continuously take up multiple fruits here. So this is a new thing which has uh, come under my observation. So I thought I'll share this good news with nature to you guys, and hope you enjoyed this video. So this technique is called hortipuncture again. If you have orchid of your own where you have grown lemon, this method can be applied. If there is less number of fruits, low nutritional value in the plant, the sign, the plant sign shows that it is not up to the mark, and what we can do to the plant is apply these type of punctures. I learned this technique from Suresh Desayana of Nipani, Bedikihad, and he was very vocal, and he was very positive. And I got a couple of references from Chinese books. This is very ancient method used in China, but yeah, in India we also had this technique called ear piercing. We usually do ear piercing, nose piercing, and sometimes they do piercing here also. What There are certain nerves here which get activated on a regular basis. So when we perform, this is also mentioned in Vedas. Every morning we perform Sandhya Vandan. So we touch these points, eyes, nose, both. We activate the senses here. So similarly, even plant has got its own senses. So in the meantime, what I observed is even they have senses. They have two nerves which are taking up the sap from roots. They suck the nutrients from roots, and it takes to the leaves, and the transpiration happens, the food is prepared. And in the meantime, when the vegetation is rich, the fruiting delays. It's like small babies try to walk first, and then they get their speech delayed, or they get speech earlier, their walk is delayed. Similarly, in the plant, it is possible because of the nutritional imbalance. So my application of hortipuncture has given result in 6 to 7 months, we can say. So this is success story which I have observed. Hope this should help to the humankind, and probably uh, we can take fruits, food from the nature in its own way, without harming the plant, much harming the plant. So energy was tapped. Now energy is released in the form of fruits. Thank you so much, guys. If you like this video, share it. If you have multiple questions, please mention it to me on my WhatsApp number you might have. Thank you so much. Namaste, Amit Kulkarni.